My name's Jackie. I work in a dermatology office. I didn't know who Teresa was the first couple times that I had met her. My mother and sister were really into her show. They kept telling me to watch her show, and finally I saw who it was.
Teresa?
Hey,
That's
here we
me.
go.
I'm very nervous.
You know the second door on the right. Hi, how you doing?
She's very anxious getting injections, and I'm always I have to hold her hand.
This doesn't look good.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Dr. G!
What's happening?
I don't
How
know,
are you?
I don't know.
Let me take a look. And so the area looks great. It's time for the stitches to come out.
You know, I was so nervous about getting my stitches taken out. And wouldn't you know, the height of my anxiety.
I'm not even sure if you're aware what I do, but I'm a medium, which I'm able to connect with people that have crossed over.
I don't know, maybe Spirit was doing me a solid by putting off the inevitable. I don't know.
So, who's the mother energy? Well, it could be a grandmother who just passed.
That would be me.
That's your grandmother?
My grandmother.
So know that she's stepping forward.
I do believe in spirit and that kind of thing. I didn't necessarily know if I believed in how they communicate with Teresa or, mediums. I didn't know how much I believed in that.
I can't explain it. And I say it all the time. I can make up something really cool to say how this works and how I get it. I can't, it just happens. It is what it is. It's who I am.
I had known that there was a possibility she would read somebody. So on my half-hour ride in, I was talking to my grandmother and saying, if this is really real, bring up these 3 things, and then I'll know that it's real.
I love how people see my name on a schedule and then they decide that they're going to talk to their loved one and say, well, if this is real, I want Teresa to say this, this, and this, and this. Why do I got to get thrown under the bus?
She brought up all 3 things. So that was really took me by surprise.
Usually when Spirit shows me like a cardboard box and then going through items,
Yeah, we were just in her apartment on Saturday going through all this stuff.
know that her soul was with you at that exact moment. Did you take some things also? Because she goes, she left with half of my apartment.
Teresa had come to us on a Tuesday, and that Sunday, we were all at her condominium, kind of cleaning up and going through things. And my mom was saying, with certain things, we can't get rid of that. She'd be freaking out if we gave that away, or we gave, you have to hold on to this. So my husband and I did. We took a lot of things.
Do you have her wedding ring?
When she brought up that I was wearing her wedding ring, I think that really shocked me. My grandmother was a very, very strong, independent woman. She would always be the last one at the party, singing and, dancing and having a great time. Even when she turned 90, she wanted a party, and that's how she wanted to go out. In fact, right before she had passed, we were all in her hospital room, and the priest had already given her last rites, and she's still singing Frank Sinatra, and that's just how she was. She really, truly loved life. She loved her family.
Did you speak at her funeral?
I can't believe this. I'm the only one out of my sisters that didn't speak because I had such a hard time. And I kept saying, she's not gonna forgive me, she's gonna want me. I'm the only one that didn't speak.
I just couldn't. It was too emotional for me. And I didn't want her to think that because I didn't speak, I cared any less about her.
She made me feel like you keep saying to her, oh, I wish you could have stayed just to have seen my baby.
Wow.
My grandmother kept hounding me to have another child. So when I finally told her that I was pregnant, she kept saying, I hope I'm gonna be here to see it. I was like, man, it's only 9 months away. You're gonna be here. Stop talking like that.
I don't know if it was right before she died or the day of, but she keeps showing me the holding of the hands, and she keeps showing me you and her having a conversation and you actually whispering in her ear.
That's what I told her my son's name.
So she's the only one that knows. Unbelievable.
She had a big mask on, an oxygen mask, and looked at me and she just gave me a thumbs up. I wanted her to know what his name was going to be, since she wasn't going to be able to be here and hold him and know who he was and watch him grow up. I just wanted her to know him.
For Jackie to be able to receive that message of her grandmother saying, I'm still with you. I know that you're ready to have this baby, and my soul will be with you at that exact moment. And I remember the baby's name. I mean, that was just beautiful.
This is Brendan Patrick. He was born on June 1st. And, He's such a good little boy. And this is Liam Joseph, his big brother. I had a difficult birth with my son, and I definitely felt my grandmother with me, and I did ask her for help and to get me through it, and she did. And I definitely have felt her with me ever since he's come to the world. My other son talks about her all the time. He'll be in the middle of eating dinner and he'll just say, "Mom, I really miss Nana Mary." And I feel at those times is when she's with us.
You know, I believe there are certain things that we're not supposed to know. And I was told from Spirit that my grandmother was going to pass on my birthday. And I didn't believe them because she was doing so well. And the one day that I didn't go to see her was her last day. And I have no regrets about that because I remember my last moments with her, of her telling me that she loved me in a strong, clear voice. And I wouldn't have traded that for anything. Jacqueline and I both got to have this beautiful moment with our grandmothers before they passed.
I feel her presence. I know she knows. I know that she knows how I feel. And I allow myself to do that where before I probably wouldn't.
As a medium, I can tell you there is a lot more to a reading than meets the eye.
Blew us away.
Check out TLC.com to find out what happened behind the read.